Good morning, guys. So this morning, I smelled something cooking in the kitchen, and I said, oh yeah, I forgot my mom is here. My mom came downstairs, and she made some porridge. She's Jamaican, so porridge is her thing. She made some cornmeal porridge, and she's going to tell you how she made cornmeal porridge without using any dairy. She used almond milk. Okay, Mom.
Okay, so first we would put the pot on, put water in the pot. I'm not sure, it depends on how much cornmeal porridge you're looking for. I just make a small pot, so I use like maybe three cups of water. And then I put it on the fire, and I had some cinnamon to the water. Most people sometimes don't put cinnamon in until they're ready to sweeten the porridge, but I like to put some cinnamon in the water so you can, get the flavor, in the water. So then when the water starts to boil, I would use Indian head cornmeal mix because it's very fine. I like the fine cornmeal mix. I would put it in a deep container, and you add water to it like you're making a batter, just like you'd make like batter for a pancake. So you put the cornmeal in a reasonable deep container, and then you add water and you make like a batter.
Like a batter. Okay.
Yeah, you mix it around to become like a little, like a paste.
Like a paste.
And then when the water is boiling, turn the fire down, and you add that to the water. You keep stirring it with a spoon. You can use a wooden spoon or a metal spoon. Okay. And keep stirring it till the water and the cornmeal come together. And then as it continues to boil, occasionally you go and keep stirring it so it wouldn't stick to the bottom of the pot. And you let it boil, let it cook for about, I would say for about probably 35 minutes. Would continue stirring. And then after it's cooked, you would turn the stove off, or the fire, whatever fire you're using, and then you could add, if you don't want to use, like most people, if you want to get it creamier, some people, if you use dairy, you just use a can of sweetened condensed milk. But if you don't use dairy, you would just use almond milk, and then you had your almond milk, you had little like vanilla, nutmeg, cinnamon, and your sugar.
We normally use brown sugar, but we didn't have any.
Yeah, light brown sugar.
This is white. This is pure cane sugar, and it's non-GMO, so I don't feel too bad. But normally we use brown sugar, but we didn't have any. And we added some pink Himalayan salt.
A little bit of salt. And then you store all that in, stir it around, and stir it all in, and, you just... And then, you sweeten it to taste, just like you would be doing a cup of tea or something.
Yes. We don't really do measurements here.
The measuring thing. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't.
And this is porridge without dairy.
Without dairy.
The regular milk.
And as you go along, you stir it, you taste a little bit of it, and see how sweet it is. And you might want to, you sweeten it to your taste. You might taste a little fresh, you had a little more salt, and if it's not sweet enough, you had a little more sugar. So basically that's it, and you just taste it and see if it's up to you, to your taste bud. Then there you go, porridge. You can take a real large spoon and spoon some out, put it in a bowl or in a cup, and you enjoy.
Alrighty, guys, there you go. So there you have it from my mom. She wouldn't know because she's straight Jamaican. How to make cornmeal porridge. I hope you guys enjoy this. Bye.
Bye.